Hey guys, Donnie here. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. I disappeared for about a year. To make up for it, I'm going to show you a really quick recipe to make basically the most delicious, affordable vegan nut milk you can find. You can chuck it in your smoothies, make coffee with it, whatever you want. It's really cheap, really easy to make, and it only takes a few ingredients and only a few minutes to make, so I'll show you how to do that. I personally prefer to make my nut milks fresh. I buy them sometimes when I'm feeling lazy. But if the ones you get from the supermarket and everything, they may have been sitting and have lost a lot of their nutrients. Whereas if you make it at home, it really doesn't take that long and it's fresh. You consume it within a few days and it's still very nutrient dense and very rich in flavour. Also with some of the alternative milks you can find at the supermarket, I know rice milk sort of being an exception, they don't add sugar to that, but with a lot of almond milks and soy milks, they are sweetened with quite a lot of refined cane sugar, and with this milk, sweeten it with dates, just straight dates, preferably organic. But yeah, about six to 8 dates sweetens it beautifully without having to add any processed or refined sugar. With the amount of Brazil nuts you put into the milk as well, you're also getting your daily dose of selenium. It only takes about 4 Brazil nuts to get your daily dose of selenium. I like to put sort of 8 or 9 Brazil nuts in a milk. So we'll get right to it. The ingredients you need. First off, you need a blender. I don't have anything flash. I've got the Breville, the old school Breville. So the first ingredient that I use when I make a milk is hot water. I like to use about 250 mils of hot water. It's just something I do. Basically, it just warms up the ingredients and softens them and makes it easy to blend and get all the flavors out. So after the hot water, the next ingredient you're going to add is desiccated coconut. You're going to use about 6 to 8 tablespoons of that, and that goes. Next up, you're going to chuck in your dates, 6 to 8 dates. I think I've got 7 or 8 dates there, and they go. Natural sweetener. Next, you're going to want to chuck in your Brazils, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Brazil nuts. And then I like to use just a little hint of vanilla. If you want a bit of extra flavour, just put a bit of vanilla in. Some people also like to just add a little bit of salt to their nut milks. It helps preserve the milk, makes it last an extra day or so. Just put a couple cracks in, that's all you need. If you're wanting just a plain and simple nut milk, vanilla is a really good flavour to add. But if you do want to change it up and maybe have a chocolate milk, we also use organic cacao sometimes, so you just chuck in 1 or 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, and that blends in nicely and makes a really beautiful rich chocolate milk. So without further ado, once that's all in the blender, you're gonna want to blend it. The longer you let it blend and soak, obviously the richer the flavour is going to be. So we're going to blend that for 1 to 2 minutes. Alright, so I've gone and put my apron on for the final part of this process. Things are going to really heat up. We're going to add about 750 mils of water now. It makes you about a litre of milk, so you pour that in. After you've added water to it, you just give it a quick whiz, just to mix it all together, and then we're just about done. Last thing you need to do is just sieve out the milk through either a sieve works, they're a little tricky. You can use cheesecloth, or if you're really into it like I am, you can use your own nut milk bag. You can pick them up from a health shop or a supermarket for about $5, so you can get them really cheap online as well. You're going to want a bowl or a pot, or something big to squeeze it out into, because if you're trying to squeeze it into a small container, it ends up squirting everywhere. There we go, so that's a lot nicer than squeezing a cow nipple. So now I've given you the tools to go and make your own nut milk. You can go and try it yourself. It literally works out really cheap, under $1 a litre. It's about 50 cents to $1 a litre in ingredients, which is incredibly cheap compared to any sort of alternative milks you'll find at a supermarket. It's a great option if you want to go dairy free. There's a lot of benefits to it as well. A lot of people with respiratory issues, even serious asthma, they've found that just going off dairy can help those problems hugely, like clear people. I've heard of it clearing people's asthma right up and not having any issues with it. So after you've made the milk, you can put it in a jar. It looks a lot more hip if you do that. If you like this video and make the milk and enjoy the milk, then share the video. What I want to do is just spread the knowledge of making cleaner, healthier foods and this is a great recipe that I don't think anyone should miss out on. If you want any more sort of quick, easy, clean, simple, cheap vegan recipes, then subscribe to my channel or just give me a message and let me know, and I promise I'll upload something within the next year. I'm here for you.